At the invitation of the President of Mongolia, Ukhnagin Kurelsuk, the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, arrived in Mongolia on June 24, 2025, for a state visit. President Mirziyoyev, accompanied by his wife, Ziyurat Mirziyoyeva, and an official delegation, was welcomed at Buyant Uka International Airport by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Mongolia, Bat Setseg, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Mongolia to the Republic of Uzbekistan, Bat Batar, and the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Uzbekistan to Mongolia, Arziev. This marks the first ever state visit to Mongolia by a president of Uzbekistan. During the visit, the two sides are expected to sign bilateral documents aimed at strengthening the legal framework for cooperation and expanding ties in key sectors, including mining, environmental protection, education, science, culture, healthcare, and phytosanitary measures. The program of the visit also includes a Mongolia-Uzbekistan Business Forum, a Made in Uzbekistan trade fair, a tourism forum, performances by Uzbek artists, a photo exhibition, and a day dedicated to Uzbek cuisine. On Tuesday, the President of Mongolia, Ukhnagin Kurelsuk, and his wife, Luvsandorjin Bolortsetseg, officially welcomed the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, and his wife, Ziyurat Mirziyoyeva, at Sukbatar Square. Following a formal address by the commander of the State Honor Guard, the national anthems of both countries were played. The presidents paid their respects by bowing to the white flag of the State Ceremonial Guard, after which President Mirziyoyev reviewed and greeted the soldiers of the Honor Guard. The heads of state then greeted representatives of the Mongolian and Uzbek governments, heads of diplomatic missions in Mongolia, and permanent representatives of international organizations who attended the ceremony. Subsequently, the two presidents paid tribute to the statue of the great Emperor Genghis Khan. President Mirziyoyev also signed the Guest Book of Honor at the State Palace. This marks the first high-level state visit by a president of the Republic of Uzbekistan to Mongolia since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. Mongolia and the Republic of Uzbekistan formally established diplomatic relations on January 25, 1992.
At the invitation of the President of Mongolia, Ukhnagin Kurelsuk, the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, is paying a state visit to Mongolia. During the visit, the two heads of state held official talks and exchanged views on enriching the achievements of the past 30 years of bilateral relations with new content, while expanding and deepening cooperation across all sectors. President Kurelsuk reaffirmed Mongolia's commitment to strengthening friendly relations with Central Asian countries, including Uzbekistan, and emphasized his intention to broaden cooperation in all areas. President Mirziyoyev expressed his great pleasure in making his first state visit to Mongolia and noted that bilateral cooperation had gained momentum since President Kurelsuk's visit to Uzbekistan in 2024. The two leaders expressed satisfaction with the implementation of the agreements reached during that visit in Tashkent. They agreed to elevate bilateral relations to the level of a comprehensive partnership, marking a new era of cooperation. The two heads of state welcomed the signing of 14 agreements between government agencies and organizations to expand the legal framework for cooperation in sectors such as mining, environmental protection, education, science, culture, healthcare, and phytosanitary measures. President Mirziyoyev also noted the establishment of the Mongolia-Uzbekistan Intergovernmental Cooperation Commission and the Joint Committee on Road Transport, and their first meeting held in Tashkent in February 2025. He praised the opening of the Tashkent-Bishkek-Urumqi-Ulaanbaatar road corridor and the successful implementation of its pilot road convoy. Additionally, he highlighted that Mongolian Airlines will begin operating direct flights between Ulaanbaatar and Tashkent in the second half of this year. To boost trade turnover, he commended the opening of the Uzbekistan Trade Center in Ulaanbaatar and confirmed the implementation of agricultural cooperation initiatives beginning in 2024, including the supply of 100,000 sheep and goats to Uzbekistan. The two leaders also agreed to support cooperation between universities, facilitate the inclusion of Mongolian and Uzbek students in government scholarship programs, promote the training of skilled professionals, and jointly organize cultural and artistic events. Friendly training sessions will also be organized in Mongolia for junior boxing and weightlifting athletes from both countries. Mongolia expressed its gratitude for Uzbekistan's accession to the multilateral agreement on the establishment of an international research center for landlocked developing countries, and both sides agreed to continue collaborating to overcome the unique challenges faced by landlocked developing nations, support sustainable development policies, and share mutual experiences.